happens when, as a business owner, we wake up one morning and we feel like we don't like what we're doing anymore. Have you ever been there? I know I have. For me, it was really confusing. I started a business with a passion, with purpose, and now, was it all gone? Well, that's what we're getting into today on the Action Cast. What to do when you don't like what you're doing. Buckle up, everybody. It's time to take action. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Action Cast. I'm Clint Nobles, operational methodologist, and we're going to take you behind the scenes of exactly what it means to be an agency owner and operator in the home care industry. We're going to learn the tactics and strategies and actions you can use right now in your business to see real change and create incredible results. So today is all about that passion, that drive we have as agency owners and operators, that purpose that we started our business with. What was your purpose? When you first started your agency, what was the reason for it? What was your passion? What are you most passionate about in your business? And now let me ask you this. Are you still that passionate about it? Just like you were when you first started your business. For a lot of us agency owners out there comes a point in time when we wake up in the morning and we realize that that passion just isn't there anymore. That purpose that really got us going, that lit the fire under us to create incredible things, just isn't burning as hot. What can we do in those moments? I remember for me, it come about 6 months into my business. It was incredibly confusing. I had all this passion and this purpose that I knew was there, that I had found this outlet for in this home care agency. And all of a sudden, the business wasn't what I wanted anymore. I was even questioning why I had started this. Maybe you've been there too. And don't worry, we're going to get into exactly what you can do to overcome that if that's a place you're at. But let's think about this for a minute. Why does this happen? Why do we go from 100 in the passion department to all of a sudden declining and maybe it not even being worth what the effort is requiring to make this business successful? For me, like I said, it come about 6 months into the business, and I had this passion, this purpose to create real change in the lives of those around us. It meant a lot to me. I had always been one of those leaders who talked about the purpose and the passion of what we do. In my leadership development, it was a huge impact to have this passion and the purpose for what you do. I mean, after all, we've all heard if you love what you do, then you never actually have a job, right? You're just doing what you love. But in the world of business, there comes a moment when all of a sudden that emotion isn't carrying us anymore. And I think it's really important that we understand why that shift happens. Because in overcoming it, we have to start at the root, at the cause of what it is. So let's look at this. If we're talking about owning a business out of passion, like I did, then what happens to that passion? Does it go away? Do you change? Do you become a totally different person? Had I become a totally different person that now my fire was lit by something else entirely? No, that's not the reality. See, what really is happening is the business itself has changed. We have sacrificed and surrendered control of our business so many times in so many little ways that our business has begun evolving. It's began changing on us. And this comes to the first principle that I want to talk about here, and that's adaptation. See, in our business, we have to understand the power of adapting, because what happens when we lose that passion, that intense desire behind what we do, it's because we've allowed our business to evolve. See, the principle behind evolution is that the end result is something entirely different. It's a complete different organism than the original design, right? So think about it, right? A bird or a dinosaur becomes a bird, right? That's a massive change. Like, that's insane. If I was a dinosaur, I'd be like, man, I got the short end of this stick, right? I was so much better as a dinosaur. Now I'm a bird. Why is this better? But for our business, we cannot have that happen because we start in one place. We have this idea, this vision for our business. But then over time, that vision takes a back seat to the reality, right? Things start happening, chaos starts happening. See, the fundamental principles behind evolution is chaos and chance. And those are two things you never want your business to be built on: chaos or chance. So we create this business with this vision, all right? But then all of a sudden, chaos happens, chance ensues, and we start reacting to it. The trouble with reaction is that it's surrendering control. And if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times more than likely. Reaction is not a plan. See, what happens to us as business owners should never dictate what happens through us. All right. Did you get that? Let me say it again. What happens to me as a business owner should not dictate what happens through me as a business owner. We're like, well, how can that be? How can what happens to us not impact the end result? Because we're controlling the flow of choices. And this brings me to the second point that I want to talk about, and how we can actually reignite that fire as a business owner. See, once we understand that we need to adapt our business, then we need to understand how to do that. How do we adapt our business? And one of the principal roles that we do in this is that we actually control the flow of choices. In the moment of chaos, in the moment of craziness, when it feels like everything's turning against us, when we need shifts covered, but we don't have people, when we need people and we don't have enough shifts to really hire enough people, right? When all of this stuff happens to us as business owners, we need to have plans of action. We need to have a flow of choices that we have dictated is going to occur. All right. When someone calls out of a shift, what is your procedure? Trust me, you have one, even if it's cuss for 5 minutes and go cover the shift, right? We have a procedure, but we need to understand that procedure. We need to actually control the choice that happens during that procedure. But this can only be done by the third thing that I want to talk about. And this is where it really takes true control of your business. This is where you, as a business owner, can take true control. Now, for me, when we were 6 months in, I felt like I was losing everything. All the control that I had, all the systems that I really was passionate about, these operations were going awry. They were leaving, and nobody seemed to be following them. So what was happening? Why was I feeling like this? It was because I didn't understand my ultimate unmovable outcome, my end result. Whenever you hear me say the word end result, that's what it means. That ultimate unmovable outcome that simply must occur. See, In business, there is going to be results. Good results, bad results, it doesn't matter. There's going to be an outcome. What we as business owners need to do is understand what absolutely must occur as an outcome, that ultimate end result. See, it's something that it doesn't take chance or chaos to make it happen. Instead, it's our choices. It's what is going to get us there, that end result. For me, I realized that in my business, my ultimate end result, that unmovable outcome, was the consistent delivery of service. Because if I could consistently deliver service on the shifts that we had, then the clients would be happier. I would have a better impact. Our team could be trained better because we could be specific and really focus in the training. We could create leaders in our training through our hierarchy. And we could do all of this while making an incredible impact on the community because we weren't stretched so thin that we couldn't actually engage in the vision that I had, that I wanted. See, a lot of times our vision suffers because we fail to understand that feeling rewarded is not the same thing as being rewarded. See, we can do all these great things in the community and we can have good impact on families. But if it's not consistent, if it's just us feeling like we're doing it, but in reality, we're really, our perception in the community isn't what we want it to be. And the families aren't really getting the respite care and the peace of mind and all this help and support that we want. And our team members aren't really being developed because we're running crazy and we just hire people to fill a shift and hope that they show up. See, feeling rewarded. Now, I could do all of those things and feel rewarded. I could feel like the shifts that I'm covering or that I'm scheduled to cover makes me feel like I'm helping a family. But the truth is, feeling rewarded is not the same thing as being rewarded. See, being rewarded is founded in the actions, in the results, the causes of the wins that we have. And for us, we need to really understand what it means to have that end result. Because if we can not look at our vision only for our business, but understand what is unmovable, what we simply must occur in our business, then we can start creating the flow of choices. And we can start using those choices to adapt the process and the procedure and the systems that we have to create real change and see incredible results. So, what do you do when you don't like what you're doing? It's kind of like Lisa, one of our action leaders. When she come into the action leader experience, she had been in business for years. And she was burnout, what I call owner exhaustion and operator burnout. She had this incredible vision, she had this incredible passion and purpose, but her business had evolved on her. It was no longer what she wanted as a business. But then she got into the action leader experience and she got the community involvement and the fellow action leaders started supporting and helping and all of a sudden she posted in our exclusive community, she posted and said, "This is a breath of fresh air. I have been in business for years and felt like I couldn't get ahead. I was so stressed. And all of a sudden, I feel like I have a chance to have control of my business, to really be able to focus on what I am passionate about in our business." See, that's what it takes. It takes that moment of recognition of what my end result is. See, she come into the action leader experience and started digging into the coaching and digging into the courses, and all of a sudden, she realized what her end result was, that consistent delivery of service. If she wanted to have a real impact in her community, then she needed to get that consistent delivery of service so that she could actually be involved in the community, so that her business could be seen as an authority and a support and an empowerment to her clients. Once she understood that, she started putting systems in place that helped her control the flow of choices. And she began adapting her business, not evolving it to a different organism, but rather adapting it to better create the results that she absolutely had to have out of her business. So, if you're at a place in your business where you really don't know why you started it, you feel like that passion and that purpose is gone, you actually don't like what you're doing right now, don't worry. We've all been there. You're not alone. What you can do is just like I did, just like Lisa did. Take a moment, take a breath, find out what that ultimate end result is for you and your business. Then start creating your flow of choices. Build a system in place that helps that flow of choice happen and adapt your processes to help facilitate that ultimate unmovable outcome, your end result. That's what it takes. That's what you have to do. And you can reignite that excitement, that passion, that purpose again in your business. You can start taking control of your business and really facilitating that vision, that plan, that purpose that you have for it. Now, if you're ready to take action and get results, then I want you to go to Home Care Operators Community on Facebook right now and post exactly how you're going to take action in your business right now. And if you're not part of Home Care Operators Community and Home Care Ops Nation, head on over to Facebook and join Home Care Operators Community. There's over 3,500 home care agency owners and operators just like you who are ready to support, encourage, and empower you to take action and get results in your agency. I can't wait to see you as part of Home Care Ops Nation, and I cannot wait to see the incredible results you have. So keep taking action, everybody.